What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live watch along the Champions League semi-final, second leg between Bayern Munich and PSG. We can relax. We've handled our business. We're in the Champions League final. Damn, that sounds good. And tonight we can just enjoy football without being tense. Hopefully we get loads of goals and a game we can enjoy. Big up to everyone. And appreciate everyone who was just in the show with Cecil over on AFTV. I was actually trying to edit the team lineups as I was live because I knew there'd only be a couple of minutes between that finishing and this. But big up to everyone. It's been a hell of a day as an Arsenal fan, man. We're walking around with a spring in our step and our shoulders are up high. And you know what I mean? You're wearing your shirt to the gym and outside just to let people know that we are Arsenal fans. But let's see who we're going to be playing. The Bayern Munich stadium looks crazy. Let's go through the teams, people. The Bayern Munich team. Neuer in goal. How old is Neuer, actually? He's got to be like nearly 40, Annie, or is he not as old as I think he is? Manuel Neuer is 30, he's 40 years of age. Man's 40 years of age. That's crazy. They got a 40-year-old in goal. Stanisic and Lema at fullback with Tar and Upamecano, the two centre-backs. Kimmich, Pavlovic and Musiala are the three midfielders with Diaz, Elise and Kane, the front three. Alphonso Davies on the bench. Wow, I just wrote that, but I actually didn't know what the team was. Yeah, their attack is ferocious. They're very well organised. I just honestly don't think their defence is that good. I honestly think this Bayern Munich defence can be got at, and it needs to be got at, you know. Let's go through the PSG team. Savanoff in goal. Their back four, Zaire Emery, centre midfielder, goes in at right back to replace Hakimi, who's out with a hamstring injury. Nuno Mendes at left back. Pacho and Marquinhos, the two centre backs. João Neves, Vitinha. Fabian Ruiz returns. He's been out for a little while. Been on the bench the last few games, but he starts. And Doué, Kvaratskhelia, and Osman Ballon d'Or, Dembele. Kim Min-jae, Goretzka, Ito, Jackson, Biscoff, Erbig, Carl, Davis, and Raphael on the bench for Bayern. And the PSG bench, Beraldo, Ramos, Kang, Mayulu, Barcola, Lucas, Mbai, Vinard, and Zabani on the bench. Who are we going to play in the Champions League final? I've been adamant I would rather play Bayern Munich. As I said just then to Cecil, man, PSG smashed Chelsea. They controlled Liverpool. And then they showed Bayern Munich they can score goals for fun. I've seen different sides to how they can play. They can defend and they can attack. Bayern Munich were actually quite fortunate that Camavinga got sent off in the second leg because they were losing. They were heading out of the Champions League until Camavinga gets sent off. So I just think you can get at Bayern Munich's defence more. However, as a lot of people are saying to me, they're like, bro, can you imagine losing to a team in a Champions League final with Harry Kane playing up front? That would be a disaster. But the mentality's got to be, if we get there, we beat them. And that's what we need to do. Let me just message back. So that's what we need to do. Getting loads of messages today about the final. Am I going to go over and this, that, the other? I mean, I'm not sure. I think it will be a watch along, to be honest, people. The price of the tickets are absolutely through the roof. Unless you're a season ticket holder, you can get tickets for anywhere between 150 and 950 pound. If you're just buying through the market, tickets going from about 2,000 pounds and up, depending on how close you're going to sit to the pitch. So, you know, I just don't know. I think it will be watch along settings, people. But we'll see. I'm going to enjoy this game and be relaxed, to be honest. I don't really have a massive preference. As much as I'm saying I would rather play Bayern Munich, Bayern Munich's still a very difficult game. Their front three is unbelievable. They've already won the Bundesliga, which means they're going to be able to relax on the weekends where we've got big games to win the title. So big up Retro. Saw one ticket going for 7K. I think they'll end up even more, especially if you're near the front. Big up Ryan, 16K for tickets. Unbelievable. Crazy, by the way, that the Puskás Stadium in Budapest holds 67,000. Arsenal have been given 16,500 tickets, which is crazy. I think they said over 30,000 tickets are for UEFA and corporate. So, you know, sponsors, friends, celebrities, all that sort of thing. But only 16,500 for Arsenal. Curtis Arteta's getting a new contract. Yeah, I mean, I'll delve into that story more tomorrow. Fabrizio has now released it that Mikel Arteta has been in talks since March, and his representatives have been talking, and he's going to sign a new deal. I've said this before. Arteta, and I'd had conversations, and as you guys know, I speak to a couple of people. That he was going to sign a new deal. News came out today. Arsenal are set to be the richest club in the Premier League over the past season. 120 million pounds made from the Champions League run alone. That doesn't include your sponsorships, your ticket sales, your merch. The owners, they want their bread, man. You know what I mean? So I'm not surprised. I've always said I just hope if he signs a new deal, he's won one of the big two trophies. If he wins the Prem or the Champions League, I don't have a problem with that deal. But if we don't win anything and he gets that deal, I think it's terrible. And listen, Arsenal are all about timing. If something goes horribly wrong, they'll do something. If something goes really well, they will do something. And they know right now we are absolutely on cloud nine. So now they've said, go on, Fabrizio, you can do it now. And we're also happy that we're not going to go crazy about it. Exactly, views. You know, we made the final. They said, look, drop the news. Here's what it is. Let's just make sure we're Premier League champions, and then with an opportunity of going to the Champions League final. They've also announced today details of the parade, which they never mentioned anything to do with the parade. The parade is the day after the Champions League final. This is based on Arsenal winning the Prem or the Champions League. Obviously, if Arsenal don't win any of them, there won't be any parade. The 31st of May will be the parade. So any fans abroad who live far away from London, 31st of May, the day after the Champions League final. Again, a lot of fans are complaining about that because they're saying if they're in Budapest and their flight isn't till the next day, they may not get back in time for the parade. So imagine being a season ticket holder, you go to Budapest, your flight isn't till Sunday, and you can't get back in time. But listen, let's hope we've got those problems. Let's hope there is a parade and we've won it. The Champions League semi-final, second leg, the second semi-final is underway. I'm going for... it's tough, you know. I'm going for 2-1 PSG. I'm going for 2-1 PSG. I think the counter-attacks will be ferocious. So I'm going for 2-1 to Paris Saint-Germain. I think even without Hakimi, their transitions will be insane. I'm going 2-1 PSG. But let's see what happens. What do you guys think? Who do you think's getting through? PSG or Bayern Munich? Either way, you know what? It was interesting. Saka was kind of hinting that Arsenal want PSG because of the being knocked out last year in the semi-final. I've seen a lot of people saying this road trip to Budapest. How long would that drive actually be? London to Budapest drive. What's the drive time? 18 hours. That's obviously with no breaks. Let's have a look at it. I can't believe Manuel Neuer is 40 years of age. And apparently they could be giving him a 1-year contract. It's going to be a very open game. Although I do think PSG will have to be a bit more defensively solid. Bear in mind that they are ahead. Big up to everyone locked in. Man, say you look like Supercat. Yo, big up. Big up Big up WYM, man. Big up your damn self, bro. PSG on the attack. Super Kiat. Here come Elise. He dived, bro. He jumped out of the way. Nuno Mendes last week had a great battle with him. You want to see pens? It'd be interesting. Could do a car vlog with. It would be good. It would be good, to be fair. 18-hour drive and a vlog. Yeah, to be honest, I've never done that kind of drive, you know. I can't lie. That's a good book. Look how easy it is to get in behind their back four. Kvara, Upamecano struggling. If he picks someone out, here we go. 1-0. Osman Dembele. Ballon d'Or winner. I told you, bro. They can't defend. Rinsed on the break. Luis Enrique, 1-0. Osman Ballon d'Or, people. Told you that's the team. They cannot defend. PSG are ferocious in transition. Kvara, too quick. Upamecano couldn't keep up with him. That's that limited edition kit, innit? Yeah, that kit's cold, man. That kit is cold. I told you, bro. This Bayern Munich team can't. Look how easy that. Look at that. Nah. Kvara, look at the touch. I can't believe we never signed this guy. Look at the numbers, bro. They've got more attackers in the box than Kvara's. The biggest miss of Premier League clubs in recent years, man. Listen, maybe he wanted to go PSG, but rinsed. Both fullbacks too high. Upamecano can't keep up with him. Ballon d'Or winning Dembele, roof of the net. Luis Enrique, probably the best manager in the world along with Pep. Look at the football these lot play. And Bayern, even like a Martinelli on the left, would rinse Bayern Munich's fullbacks. And they've got Alphonso Davies on the bench, so the same thing can happen on the other side. 1-0 down after 3 minutes. If we play against PSG, we're going to have to sit back a little bit. You can't, like Bayern there, they're on the halfway line. You can't do that. From never winning the champs to maybe winning back-to-back. Bro, I've said it for a while. They are the best team in Europe. I don't know why this narrative turned up this year that, oh, Bayern are the best team in Europe. I don't know if they are. They win their league. It's the easiest league for, you know, out of all the big clubs in Europe, the Bundesliga, for them to win. They're so dominant. Their back four is poor. I've never rated Upamecano. Davis can't stay fully fit at the moment. Their fullbacks are not great. Neuer's 40 years of age in goal. But anyway, listen, I don't think the game's necessarily over. But if PSG score the next goal, this game's done. They're now 2 goals ahead. 4-6 on aggregate. PSG are scary in attack. Yeah, they're crazy, man. And then they can bring on like Barcola, who's electric as well. Bro, Kvara is quick and clinical. We need Timber back ASAP. I'm telling you. Ben White is quality, but you don't want that kind of problem. The only thing I would say, I don't think we'd push our fullbacks as high as that. Although, actually, Ben White was quite high last night up the pitch. Can Bayern Munich respond? Elise gets yapped. And he gives a free kick. See, they've got Fabian Ruiz back as well now. So now they've got that complete midfield. Ruiz been out for a little while. Pacho fouled there by Lema, free kick. PSG are very good. I love the football that Luis Enrique plays. I've always said that I prefer Luis Enrique's Barcelona to Pep's. I know people say Pep's Barcelona is the most difficult team to play against because of how they kept the ball. But Luis Enrique's was more exciting. Yeah, Elise was acting nonchalant like Eze. Yeah, this game's a next level, bro. Although he played well in the first game. Dembele or Mbappe? I mean, I'm an Mbappe fan, but Dembele could potentially win back-to-back Ballon d'Ors. That's how crazy it is. Do you know what I mean? Last season, they played us in the group stage. Enrique left him out of the squad because of his attitude. By the end of the season, he wins Ballon d'Or. Because to me, I look at it, France are probably favourites to win the World Cup. To be honest. And And let's be real, if we get to the final, if they get to the final, they're going to be favourites for the Champions League. Slight favourites ahead of us. Mbappe, yeah. Well, imagine the French team with both of them. But interesting. The next goal is going to dictate this whole tie. I reckon if PSG score, it will be done and dusted. If Timber is healthy for the final, would you start him or Ben White? There's only one correct answer, bro. It's Timber. But the big question is, will Timber be fit? Will Timber be fit for the final? 100% apologise to Mikel. We've been calling for Declan in the 6 and Lewis Skelly in midfield. We deserve one too. Bless up Curtis Cruz and the community. Big up Dub Pistachio. Oh, Elise got away from Mendes there. He might get booked for that. It looked like he stamped on him. Yeah, and I'm telling you now, that has totally changed that battle. When your fullback gets booked after 7 minutes, mate, that's going to be a long night. Bro, Company's dressed up like he's in NWA or something. Wow. Oh, there, stamps on his foot. Does he do that on purpose? I thought it only makes a little bit of contact. The follow through. Is he trying to let him know he's there? I'm telling you now, Mendes might get cooked now by Elise. Yellow card after 7 minutes. Yeah, bro, retro. When games are on Prime and I watch them through Sky, I get like a delay. It's so annoying. But when it's on TNT, I just get it the same time as everyone. Elise could get Mendes sent off tonight. Kimmich rolls it to Elise. Free kick taken short. PSG don't close it down. That's a poor ball in. Whips it out for a goal kick. Mbappe. Nah. Do you know what, man? Mbappe. Wow, that Kvara little 1-2 is insane. Dembele. Oh, such a good goal, man. He's shushing them and everything. You got to respect it. Mbappe, I thought at this stage would have like 1 or 2 Ballon d'Ors, maybe a Champions League. Like he's having, I can't say he's not having a great career because he's a World Cup winner and he's a league title winner, but it feels like he could never win the Ballon d'Or. Do you know what I mean? Which I think he's desperate for. He's probably my favourite player. But he's getting that thing of, you were at PSG, they couldn't win the Champions League. You've gone to Real Madrid, who always win the Champions League. Now they're not winning it. So people are starting to say, like, okay, even though you're scoring loads of goals at Madrid, have you made the team worse? Vinicius has got worse. Bellingham's got worse. It's sad. I hope it's not true. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's see if he wins the World Cup with France. Nuno, red card. Saka watching. Oh, that's a good point, you know. If Mendes got sent off, he'd miss the final, wouldn't he? He'd miss the final. That'd be unbelievable. Yeah, we want him sent off. Chance. Oh, blocked pass. Looking for Harold. Yeah, that's a good point. Do red cards. They must do, innit? Red card would suspend you for the final. In fact, it would. Remember Roy Keane all them years back, the yellow card. Madrid fans want Mbappe out. I think they've got to get rid of some of the other players first. You've got to say he's their best player, no matter what they think. Probably Valverde this season as well. I take Mbappe at Arsenal. Yeah, we all would. That's the problem. If Nuno gets sent off, Bayern Munich might beat them if it happened early in the game. Both of them are quite open defensively, but PSG are playing a bit deeper tonight. It looks like the shape's changed as well, because I'm sure Dembele's playing out. Here's Elise. Rolls it in. Kane, corner of the area. Oh, good block by Pacho. Kvara. Look how they just go straight away. They've actually did. Oh, see you later. Dembele's almost playing on the right. Look at Kvara, man. He's unreal. He's absolutely unreal. The close ball control is insane. I used to see him a bit at Napoli, but because I don't watch Italian football as much as I used to, he's the best left winger in the world. 60 million for him. We paid 7 million less for Noni Madueke. Like, do you know what I mean? It's crazy. Dembele costs less than Madueke. He's the Ballon d'Or winner. But anyway, his close ball control is insane. Company looks a little bit rattled on the touchline, man. Which is another reason why I said I'd rather play them. Because he's an inexperienced manager. He's never been under this kind of pressure. Where Enrique's been there, he's won the Champions League at Barca. Long ball, 12 minutes gone. Vinny has been a hero for Madrid in the Champions League. Yeah, he's probably got a bigger status at Madrid than Mbappe because he's won them a Champions League. But I think they're going to have to stick with Mbappe. You got to... Here we go. Elise against Mendes. Mendes ain't going to want to put a challenge in. He's going to take him on. Gets to the line. He's done him. Done him. Done well in the end to recover. Oh, and it's a goal kick. He's going to have a long night tonight, Nuno Mendes, because he's got to do what he did there and try and block the cross rather than actually put a challenge in on him. What happened there? Off his leg. Yeah, hits the outside. I think hit the outside of Elise's foot. Rich said we need Timber back. White and Mosquera won't handle Kvara. Yeah, we do. Who will get the Ballon d'Or first, Mbappe or Haaland? Probably Mbappe because World Cup, you know, Haaland ain't going to do anything in a World Cup with Norway where Mbappe can win another World Cup with France. And Haaland's won the treble and never won the... Although that was that the year Messi won the World Cup? Yeah, Messi won the World Cup, didn't he? So Haaland probably could have won it that year, but Messi, I think he was 36 winning the World Cup and player of the tournament. Vinny is clear of Mbappe. Madrid wants rid. No, I don't think Madrid will get rid of Kylian, man. He's they like the Galacticos. They'll try and make it work. Musiala, not a great ball there. Elise Mendes is the battle. Here's Kimmich. Whips it in. Poor cross. Zaire Emery playing right back tonight. I'm not sure. Oh, he's been yapped there. Chance Diaz. Great ball control. Should be an equal. What a block by Mendes. Oh my. That is an unbelievable block at the back post. Elise, I think it was that Elise who was shooting. What a block by Mendes. Oh, no, Kvara. Did he meg him? I'm sure he just... Oh, up on my corner, mate. He's a joke. See you later as well. You've been done again. Oh, corner. No, Kvara's going mental. Kvara is going crazy. He's unbelievable. He's just playing around. Okay. Oh, run it back and show the nutmeg as well, man. Honestly, man, Ben White played well last night. Why are they not showing the block? They've gone past the block already. Kvara. Yeah, they've just come out, haven't they? I saw them online. Who's that down injured? Musiala? Oh, dear. This game, what a block. They didn't even show you the block properly at the back post. Kvara's a joke, bro. Honestly, do you know what it is? The French league's a bit more open than Syria. Oh, it's Musiala, yeah. So I just feel like, look, again, they're not showing you the block. What are they doing? Oh, it's showing you Musiala. Did you hit him in the stomach or something? Oh, Vitinha like elbows him off the ball. But I'm telling you, man, I've been saying it for 2 weeks that I think Bayern are not as ferocious as PSG. PSG are crazy, and they hit you at like a higher speed as well. Do you know what I mean? Doué and them, and then you got Nuno and Hakimi when Hakimi's playing. Dembele to take the corner anyway. Takes it short. Mendes whips it in. It's a poor cross and it's cleared. The watch-along is to Watchalongy. Bayern Munich. They've not started great. Although, to be fair, it would have been a goal if it wasn't for Mendes. What a block. Kvara looks like he's having the time of his life. Is Due up against Upamecano, who definitely isn't having the time of his life. And they've got, yeah, that's what I mean. Barcola can come on. Gnabry's not on the bench, is he, as well? Must be out injured. The thing is, like, there's people in the chat saying, look, we'll lose to PSG. The game wouldn't look like this because Bayern are trying to attack. So they're leaving space in behind. We won't play like this against PSG. We'll actually try and spoil the game a little bit. It's like you have a boxer come out like Mike Tyson that's trying to knock you out. And then you might have like a Lennox Lewis that's going to throw the jab. We're going to just throw the jab. We're not going to attack constantly. We're going to frustrate them and then try and score when we get the opportunity. We actually didn't do bad last year against PSG. And Elise slips. I'm pretty sure we played PSG with Marino up front last year. So we had a centre midfielder playing up front. And I'm pretty sure, do you know what? Let me have a look. I'm sure. Didn't we have one of our centre backs out? Wasn't Gabriel out? Kivior was playing, wasn't he? I want to see, right, last year. 2-1 defeat, 7th of May 2025. Let me look at our lineup. Our lineup, yep. Kivior was playing with Saliba. Skelly was at left back, which he ain't at his best at left back. And we had Marino up front. Rayot, Timber, Saliba, Kivior, Lewis Skelly, Rice, Partey, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, Marino. So we've got a centre midfielder up front. We've got Skelly, who is now a centre midfielder at left back. And we got Kivior. Do you know what I mean? So if we go there with Gabriel Saliba, Gyökeres can bully their centre-backs after what I saw yesterday, physically anyway. Stick it on Marquinhos, bro. He's not the strongest. You just never know. You just never know. Partey missed the first game, didn't he? Yeah, he was suspended. Kimani said, Big C, been watching you for 4 years now. I was stuck in the Arsenal matrix, settling for disappointment. You opened my eyes to the truth. Keep up the content, Big C. Big up. Do you know what I say? And even on the show, and I enjoyed the show then with Cecil, because I had a few people in the comments, oh, Arteta this. I said, bro, listen, you only get nights like last night if you push the club when things aren't happening in the correct manner. And a lot of people don't agree with that. If you all sit back and just go, whatever this club feeds me, I'm just going to accept it, you won't be successful. You have to stand up for your rights, like Bob Marley said, people. When things are wrong, you've got to call it out. And I will call it out. If you're top of the league in January and Havertz is injured, why are you not buying a striker in January? These sorts of things, you can't always just make excuses for them. So I'm quite comfortable with people saying, well, you wanted Arteta out. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I'm not going to. And there was reason for it. You get nights like last night when you keep the club to push high standards. You say, yo, you've got to. They would have bought Sesko if it wasn't for the noise of the fans in the summer. Saying, no, you've got to go and get a proven goal scorer. And Berta wanted Gyökeres. You got to push them. Eze. That deal was pushed by Berta and by the fans. We're all going, yo, you can't let Eze go to Tottenham. Is Doué. Drifts inside. See, their front three are crazy. They move all over the place. Kvara's on the left. Here he goes. Cuts inside again. Oh, shot was blocked. Just come back from vacation. Big up, man. Exactly. You must have critics to succeed. Echo chambers create more of the same. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Here come Bayern Munich. Diaz cuts inside against Marquinhos. Does well there. Ball whipped into the back post. Headed away by Mendes. Elise. Kimmich. Not a great ball in. Not a great ball in. We need... Yeah, I want a Nuno Mendes red. But if he gets sent off early, Bayern will probably beat him. But yeah, he'd be suspended. Oh, Diaz has destroyed him. Oh, yo, who got... Is that Zaire Emery? He absolutely twisted him up then, man. How would you see Mourinho's return to Madrid if it happens? Aye. Aye. Oh, Man in the end just turned his back on him, said, yo, I can't even stand up. Twisted him, man. Diaz a baller, man. Mourinho at Madrid. I just don't see how it works with the stuff what happened at Benfica. I don't see it. If that stuff hadn't have happened, he might have been good for that dressing room because he's such a strong leader. But what's Vinny gonna think when he walks through the door when he was basically calling Vinny out after being racially abused? I just don't know. If let's say he apologized to Vinny and Vinny just takes it and says, "All right, no problem," then maybe it works. Maybe it works because Mourinho is an expert at big personalities. He's a massive personality himself. But it depends, man. Madrid are in a bit of a mess, I think. I'm not really sure that they've got no balance. Their defense is awful. You know what I mean? I don't rate. They've spent all this money. They bought what Hoysam from Bournemouth. I don't rate him. Bro, I didn't say Mourinho is a racist. I said he criticised Vinicius after the racial abuse from the Benfica player. Vinny ain't taking a private apology for a public insult, and that's the thing. I don't know. I don't know. How did Diaz leave Liverpool? I think because he's like 29 and he wanted a big contract. Liverpool said no, but letting go of Diaz and keeping Gakpo is insane. But a lot of these clubs, they're business decisions, man. They would have looked at Diaz and gone, well, he's 29, his sell-on value's disappearing, Gakpo's in his mid-20s, and that's how they make a lot of these decisions. It's money rather than football. I swear, yeah, it's like, I think Doué is almost playing up front and Kvara's on the left. They're all just moving, which is why I say I think they're so hard to play against. Mendes gets blocked off there. I don't think that's a foul, though. Diaz was good at Liverpool, man. Do you still want Leao at Arsenal? I do. I would take him. I would definitely take him. He would cause absolute carnage in the Prem. Kane has a release clause of 54 million. I mean, I think somebody should try and get him. I think so. Listen, if I was Barcelona, I'd sign Kane for 54 million. He's 5 years younger than Lewandowski. He'd score loads of goals in that league. He's got amazing link-up play. He'd make Lamine and Rafinha look even better. You know what I mean? Because really, you look at Barca, they need a new striker. They're not going to get Haaland out of Man City. Oh, they're in trouble here. Bayern in trouble. No, they've recovered, I think. There's a lot of space there. To be honest, honestly, that's good defending up on McCarthy. If I was Man United, I'd sign Harry Kane as well. He'd score 25 goals in the Prem. If he was Chelsea, you'd sign him. I wouldn't sign him at Arsenal. He's too Tottenham. He's too Tottenhamy. I don't want him. I don't want him. He's celebrated against it. I know you could say Sol Campbell part 2. He would actually ball out for us, because that link-up play is amazing. But nah, I think Barcelona. The problem you got, I don't know if he'd leave, to be honest. It looks like he's having a good time at Bayern, unless he was desperate to go somewhere else. Oh, Mendes and Kvara left-hand side. Wee! Aye, aye, aye. Upamecano's bodied him. Wiped him out there, Mendes. Boyhood Arsenal fan, yeah, well, he downplays it, don't he? He's done a Carragher. To be fair, it can happen. I know I always banter him about it, but Carragher said he was an Everton fan. Then when he went to Liverpool as a youngster, he changed clubs, It'd be funny having him. He'd just look weird in an Arsenal shirt, wouldn't he? Upamecano wipes out Mendes. He does get the ball, though, to be honest. It's not a foul. Yeah, we definitely need PSG to win the game. We can't have these good. So basically, Marcel's a Liverpool fan. He obviously thinks that Arsenal could beat Bayern Munich. Talking Boss said 54 million. I don't think so. Because of his... Yeah, but you got to think, bro. In the modern game, I mean, we paid 50 for Noni. Oh, yeah. Bayern Munich. OGs. Kane's 32, right? his game isn't built around speed. I honestly think Kane will still be one of the best strikers at 34, 35. Benzi won the Ballon d'Or at 34. Kane, honestly, Kane could go to like Barca or Man U and bag goals for 3 years. Here's Elise up against Mendes. He's done him. Oi! Just over the bar. That they have got to spam the ball to their wingers. Yeah, they've got a centre midfielder at right back in Zaire Emery, who Diaz looks like he can get the better of him. And now Elise is up against Mendes on a yellow card. So Mendes doesn't want to make a challenge. About a yard over the crossbar there from Elise. Sidorf said, if Ben White plays in the final, we need to double up on Kvara. Saka needs to help Ben White out. Can't give this baller any space. The problem is, when you're asking your winger to do so much defensive work, you take away from his game, which is why we need Timber back. Somebody said yesterday in the chat today, I didn't see the video, but apparently Timber was walking quite like, you know, like he wasn't overly comfortable, which I think has worried a few people that he might not make the Champions League final. But who knows? I hope he's back. African Giant, these lot PSG play football at fast forward on the old DVD. Bro, I'm telling you, man. Them old DVD remotes, you're just trying to get it to skip. They're rapid. French football is very quick, very aggressive. PSG playing in all black, just like the Grim Reaper got us. Nah, listen, man, we'll beat them. Nah, I don't know. It'd be tough. I don't look at any of these teams and think like, yeah, it's you. Oh, Nuno Mendes handball could be sent off. The whole bench is up. Ref, stay strong, man. Well done. You don't send him. You can't book him for that. There's no intention. I like that strong refereeing. Nuno Mendes handball. The whole Bayern Munich bench is up, saying second yellow. Referee has said no. Wow. That is strong refereeing, you know, especially as it's... Is it intentional? Nah, man, you can't book him for that. I'm sorry. Not every handball is a yellow card, man. That's not a yellow. He doesn't... If he did it on purpose, I'll understand it, man. It's close to his body. I don't... This... That's not a yellow card. Nah, man, that's not a yellow card, man. I'm sorry. It can't be, man. We had yellow cards in the first leg against Atleti. I don't think he gave yellows. Champions League is different though, isn't it? Yeah, it's true. They can give yellows for that. I don't know. I don't think that's a yellow. But listen, I don't care. Send him off. Ban him for the final. I kind of wish he did get sent off. Because then if we play PSG, their left back is Rafael Guerreiro. And Saka would destroy him. But yeah, it is what it is. Read that one. Watchalong for Villa Forest. Hope we don't get carried away and lose focus. Oi, ball. He's offside. Good defend. Oh, he's dropped him to the foot. Is that Pavlovic? They rave about him over there. Bayern on the attack. Ball whipped in. Oi, what is the keeper doing? Oi, they're appealing for handball. Nah, look. These Bayern men are going crazy. They're going absolutely... See, I'm sure they said you can't surround referees. And every game they surround referees. They are on the ref, Bayern Munich. Company's going mad. There's going to be a VAR check. João Neves, handball. So we will see. Aye, now, boy. I think they're going to give a penalty for that, you know. I think they're going to give a penalty. His arm's out too much. I think that's a pen. I'll be honest with you. His arm's too far out. Is he saying no? What I've realised in this game, I want red cards. That's a pen. All day long, especially in Europe. Has he said no? His arm's outstretched. No, Vincent Kompany's going mental. That's a pen. That's definitely a pen in Europe. He hasn't given it. Oh, my days. No. Nah, no, I'd be going crazy. That is a pen all day long, arms outstretched. I think he's let him off because close proximity, like the guy's close to him, but yeah, that's crazy. That's a pen. That should have been a pen to Bayern Munchen. Wow. Can't lose focus for the remaining 4 games. How would you prepare mentally, bro? I mean, at this stage, the Arsenal players shouldn't need any motivation. Do you know what I mean? It's all in front of you. We got to beat West Ham on Sunday. Yellow card to, I think, one of the Bayern Munich players. This ref, I'm telling you, he might be a PSG fan. Big C Bayern won't sell him. Apparently, there's a release clause for this summer. I booked Pavlovic for kicking the ball away. Will I be doing a Forest Villa watch along? Probably not. I'm not going to lie. Probably not. But it is a big game. Individual quality from PSG would beat Arsenal, says Lucas. Big up to you, bro. Member for 46 months. PSG free kick header. What a save that is by Neuer. 40 years of age. João Neves header at the back post. Fingertip save by Neuer. That's another thing. Set pieces. Is he offside? No, he's actually onside. What a save. Great save. Fingertips. If Enrique wins the Champions League, welcome to Old Trafford. Well, they reckon he's getting close to signing a new deal, but you never know. Why always me said that has to be a pen if the Ben White one was. Yeah, I think that should have been a pen. Ryan said, would you take Mbappe next season? Of course, man. Yeah, I rate that from Neuer, you know. I think the Bayern Munich fans are throwing like plastic bottles at the PSG player. I think it's Dembele, was it? And Neuer's ran over and said, yo, man, don't do that. It's what I'm saying, man. Bayern are used to winning all the time in the league, so they can't believe they're losing. But they are, listen, in Europe, that's a pen all day long. I don't know how. It is getting heated, which is good. I want red cards. Harry Kane, go and headbutt Nuno Mendes. I want a player sent off both teams, suspended in the final. That's what I'm looking for. It's getting feisty. Bayern Munich look frustrated. If we think PSG are going to win, we need that Nuno Mendes red card. That's what we need. We need Nuno Mendes sent off. Corner taken short for PSG. Vitinha finds Nuno Mendes. Wow. Did that get a deflection? Neuer catches it in the air. Yeah, we need Nuno Mendes. Wow, by the way, we've got nearly 5,000 people locked in. What is that by Elise? Volleys it up in the air out for a throw-in. Big up to everyone locked in, man. Get the likes up. Honestly, I can't believe the numbers are amazing, man. Nearly 5,000 of you locked in for a non-Arsenal game. Oh, I told you this, by the way. This happened before. So basically, some people booked hotels in Budapest before we got to the final. You know, you can like go on booking.com and you can book a hotel and you can pay for it on arrival. So people have booked them at like decent prices and they're getting emails saying your hotel's been cancelled. And then when they go back on the website, the same hotel room is available at like triple the price, which is what they do a lot of the time. So you might pay 70 quid for your hotel, they'll cancel it and then put it back on for £200. Because Champions League final, guess what? You're going to pay. Of course you're going to pay. So this is where it can get a little bit techie. You might think you've got a cheap journey over there, but wow, 35 minutes gone. That's when you know you're watching a good game, innit? The time's just flying. Some of us were here for the black screen. Listen, we've had some... Look at the counter-attack again, by the way. This is the problem with them. Look at them. Back post is in if he plays it. Kvara, I think he's picked the wrong ball there. Should have gone the other way. Still keeps it in play. He's turned him. It's blocked. Is that a corner or a goal kick? Given a corner. They just get forward in numbers when they attack, man. I think Dembele should have gone to the left-hand side rather than to the right. These hotels are a disgrace. Listen, they look at it as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, don't they, to make money. Do you know what I mean? They're going to be looking at it going, we're going to have thousands of football fans in the city for days. Upamecano heads it. They're going to make as much money as they can. The game's the game. You can't blame them. Imagine owning a hotel and you rent out rooms for £70 a night. All of a sudden, you can rent them for £200 a night, and they're going to be full for like a week. The game is the game, people. You can't be mad at the game. Big C, same 11 for West Ham or make changes? I think I'd play the same team. I don't see who I'd change. No, I'd make one change. I'd play Nkapie over Calafiori. I know Arsenal fans really like Calafiori. I don't trust him defensively, and Jared Bowen is one of their best players. I'd play Hincapie at left back. Apart from that, I'd pick the same. The other 10 players, I'd pick the same. If Ben White can play another game, 90 minutes, in such close proximity, because we don't have any midweek games now. No midweek games left. So game on a weekend, 7 days off. Actually, after the West Ham game on Sunday, we don't play for 8 days because we play Burnley the following Monday. So, yeah, man. And Calafiori, I wouldn't start him in the final either. Because Doué or Elise, I don't trust him. Hincapie for me now is playing the Champions League final. Here's Elise for Bayern Munich, who have not been great. They've won the ball back, though. They need a goal, really. Could do with a goal before half-time. Penalty on Griezmann. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what Calafiori was doing. Just wiped him out. It's a good job that was a foul on Gabriel. He panics, and that's what I don't like. I believe Brentford will take points off City. Brentford are in good form, to be honest. I think City will beat Brentford. I hope they don't. When is that? Saturday evening, 5:30. Brentford have got a lot to play for, man. They're 7th. They're in a Conference League place. They're only 1 point off a Europa League place, so they're going to be up for it. They're going to be up for it. Let me look at Brentford's form. Beat West Ham 3-0, lost 2-1 to Man U, and 3 draws in a row, 4 draws in a row. So not in great form, but yeah, they won their last game 3-0. Bournemouth away, I could see City drawing that one. I could see City drawing another game. The other thing as well, actually, what I've sort of changed my mind on, I've been saying for weeks that Aston Villa could be an easy game because I don't think Villa will go for it, but Villa are in bad form. They might get drawn into Bournemouth, who are in 6th. Although saying that, no, they're 6 points ahead with 3 games to go. So, yeah, I think Villa will get beat by City because they'll already have top 5. Well, if Villa are in the Europa League final, though, I think he'll rotate. They are, but will he go full strength? Obviously, we're looking at the same thing with Palace. If Palace are in the Conference League final, last game of the season, is Glasner even going to play a full-strength team? We obviously hope not. It's his last game at Selhurst Park in charge before he leaves. Jason said, Big C, you've got 200 million to spend this summer. Who would you bring in and who would you move out? I'd sell Jesus, Havertz, Odegaard, Ben White. Ben White, 50-50. He might be able to rescue it if he does well these next 5 games or 4 games. I would definitely sell Jesus, Havertz, Odegaard, Trossard. Oh, good save by the keeper. I'd get rid of Norgard as well. What's the point? Do you know what I mean? I'll bring in I'll sign another striker. I'll go. I think Alvarez too expensive at 100 million. Go and get Osimhen. I think you could get Osimhen for less than 100 million. Get rid of Havertz and bring in Osimhen. Get rid of Jesus as well. I think you get him less than 100 mil, Galatasaray. I reckon maybe even like 75 for him. I'd get the left winger. I don't know who I like Yildiz, you know. I do love Leao though as well. But I think Yildiz suits, and Arteta's going to be our manager. So I almost think you don't buy Leao because Leao ain't working in an Arteta system. So I'd get Yildiz because he's so technically gifted. Get Yildiz, get Osimhen. Who else would I get? I think we need a centre midfielder. Even if Lewis Skelly is balling out, I'd still go and get a centre midfielder. I do like that Krupi. Well, I've said this, by the way, that I don't think Arsenal are going to go for a top-level striker. I don't think they'll go for an Osimhen or an Alvarez. There's rumours of Endrick. We have been linked with that Krupi as well. I think they're going to buy... They'll get rid of Jesus and they'll buy a young striker that can develop along with, obviously, Gyökeres. So I'd take that Krupi, by the way. Osimhen probably doesn't work with Arteta either. He's got a bit of an attitude and an ego. Plus, I don't think he wants to compete with Gyökeres. Osimhen will probably be saying, I need to be the first choice striker. So, I don't know. And, yeah, I think our back four's fine. I want a centre midfielder. Here's a chance for Bayern. Great save. Oh, was that Musiala? Yeah, it's too close to the keeper. I like Krupi, but yeah, centre mid. What centre mid? Because I want Rice in the 6. Oh, Musiala puts it wide. Because I want Rice in the 6 and Zubi can play in the 6, I think we should sign an 8. So I'm not sure if I'd sign Tonali because I don't think he's amazing going forward. I want an 8. But I don't know who the best 8 is. I like Bruno at Newcastle, but I don't think he leaves. City are probably going to buy Elliot Anderson from Forest. I always liked Barella, but he's fell off. He's not as good. So I'd have to think about that, actually. Who would be a really good 8? Wharton's a bit more like of a deep-lying playmaker, isn't he? Is he an 8, Wharton? Gibbs White? Nah, I think he's more of a 10, I would say. I do like Wharton, but is he an 8? Does he get forward and create? I don't know. But when I've seen him, he's more... You think he's an 8? Yeah, okay. Rodgers would be good. But he gets he gets a free roll there, don't he? Listen, I love Camavinga. And I think he might be available. Honestly, I think Madrid will get rid of a couple. Imagine Rice, Morgan, Rodgers, and Eze as a midfield, but I just don't know if the balance. I don't know if Rodgers can actually. Does he defend a lot and get stuck in? But Wharton, from what I'm reading, ain't Wharton's being linked with Man United. Valverde, yeah, you ain't getting Valverde out of Madrid. He's like their main man. Paul, big up to you, bro. Hope you're well, brother. Don't be surprised, bro. Best community on YouTube. Legendary, man. Big up the whole C unit locked in. Hope you're well, Paul. Paul, I hope you're coming over for the final, whether you're going England or Budapest. Zoda said, see, buzzing about the result. Can't believe we made it. Come on, you Gunners. Also, girlfriend told me she probably won't talk to me. Studying for medical exams for a month. She probably won't talk to me. To study. Okay. Listen, you might need a bit of time to yourself. Football for the next few weeks is going to take over, man. We could be winning the Prem and anything can happen in the final. So you might need a bit of space. Arctic Fox says, big up Curtis, respect from Norway. Having you as commentary on matches is enlightening, my bro. Silent watcher for 2 years, but I have to give you credit for your honest, brutal opinion. Big up the chat. Big up to you, man. Big up to you, Arctic. I love it when the silent community comes forward, you know. And Oi said, rather sign 2 quality left wingers and a centre mid. Move Nelly to centre forward. Don't know about Nelly up front, man. If you're playing Nelly up front, you've got to have really good, quick service. If the game slows down, I don't think he'd be great. You'd have to use him like Vardy, where the quick ball to him, and we play too slow. We play a bit too slow. I'd probably sell Trossard, keep Martinelli for a year as a squad player. I'm actually, if they sold both, I wouldn't be totally against it. But yellow card there for Kvara. Yeah, get him off as well. Kvara and Nuno Mendes on yellows, please, man. We need red cards. Both on yellows. Come on, man. Swear at the ref or something. Can you imagine if both of them got sent off? They'd have no left-hand side. Oh, just wide. Bayern have not been good, you know. Bayern have really not been convincing. The game has gone a bit boring. It's strange. It's because PSG know we don't need to go crazy now. 2 goals ahead. This is why I rate them. They manage games. Send them all off. Adam Wharton and Gyökeres. I honestly think next year, Gyökeres will score 20 league goals. Honestly. Half-time whistle's gone, by the way. If Gyökeres is our main striker, I think he gets 20 league goals next year. He's going to get about 25 all comps this year and didn't have a full preseason. We weren't passing the ball to him. I think, especially if we win the league as well, he's just going to be absolutely, his confidence going to be sky high. Half-time whistle goes in this game, people. Martinelli has the IQ of a single cell. Organism said unreasonable. That's... No, I won't say it. I was going to say, you're being quite kind to him there. Half-time whistle goes. Bayern Munich 0, PSG 1. PSG have been the better team. Bayern have had a couple decent chances, but PSG just look a level above when they hit Bayern on the break. Kane, Elise, Diaz. Well, Kane's been almost non-existent, to be honest, in this game. Elise's having a good battle with Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes and Kvara, both on yellow cards. Could we get them sent off and suspended for the final? Because at the moment, it looks like it's going to be PSG. Curtis, what's your thoughts on Musiala? Do you know what? Probably a year, 2 years ago, I thought he was an absolute world beater. He's just not. I don't know. When I watch Bayern Munich play, he doesn't stand out the way he used to. You know, his dribbling was elite. He has come back from a bad injury, so maybe he's not at peak level yet, but it is what it is. The referee hasn't been great, by the way. Bayern Munich should have had a penalty. Handball, I think it was João Neves, wasn't given. But it is what it is. At the moment, it's looking like PSG are heading to the final, which would be a repeat of the semi-final last year. Obviously, a few things just to mention about Arsenal and some discussions we've been having just to keep the community updated. Big up the whole community. Over 5,000 of you locked in, which I really, really appreciate for a non-Arsenal watch-along. Big up the Twitch gang as well. 32 of you locked in on Twitch. And get the likes up for me, people. Let's get 2,000 likes. It's less than half. We're at 1,000 at the moment. Couple of things. Arsenal are going to screen the game at the Emirates. Tickets are going on sale in the next few days, apparently. So if you want to go to that, I'm sure that's probably the next best thing to be in the actual stadium in Budapest. If you do want to go to Budapest, get yourself a hotel booked, because people are saying hotel rooms are being cancelled and relisted at higher prices. Also, flights apparently are going up as well. So if you've got any thoughts about going, get things booked, because you're going to spend more money. Tickets are extortion. If you're not a season ticket holder, you're going to have to pay at least 2,000 to 3,000 to get a ticket. If you're a season ticket holder, 150 to 950 pounds. So just be on your P's and Q's, people, if you are trying to go to the final. Big up Master of Disaster. Yesterday, we had 10,000 people live in the stream, which is Unbelievable. And then 5,000 today. Unbelievable. Big up Waleed who said 5K tells you this is a real community. We're here because we want to watch the games with you. Hey, listen, man, I appreciate it. You guys are legendary, man. And I feel very relaxed watching this game, which I was far from relaxed yesterday, which it was nervy. Will said, see, mate, what makes popular is your ability to say things directly, but with a hilarious and unique humour and perspective without it being nasty. Bless her. Hey, the community's being nice today, man. Big up your damn selves. Arctic said, also wanted to say you're the realest Arsenal content creator out there. Love the chat, love the community. Get the likes up. Peeps in the stream. Legends. JC said a broken clock is right twice a day. Gyökeres is trash. I'm not hearing it, bro. He absolutely bullied Atletico yesterday to the point that Pubil guy wanted to have a scrap with him and got slapped around the face by Jesus. BK said Waneri back up 8. He could play right wing too. I'm worried for Ethan, to be honest. I'm worried. I don't think Arteta would trust him in the 8. I think if he plays central, he'd play in the 10. The problem with the 10, you've got Odegaard, Eze, Marino. Max can play there. Havertz can play there. There's a lot of traffic in front of him. Then on the right, you've got Saka, Noni, and Max can play there. I'm a big fan of Ethan. I'm fearful for him in the summer. Because he's come out of the youth team and it's pure profit. Because Skelly has probably rescued. Listen, I'm not saying Marino is a 10, by the way, but we've seen him playing that role at times as well. I'd keep Ethan, though, man. I think there's too much talent there. For me, you can sell Jesus and players like that and make some money back, you know. Rip jersey, black screens, car park, hypocrites. Oh, hypocrites. Levi jeans, we've been there. Now we're in Champions League fight. I'm telling you, bro, it's been a journey, man. It's been an absolute journey just on this channel. Never mind being an Arsenal fan beyond that. You know what I mean? Obafemi Martins, Carling Cup final, Champions League final against Barca, 8-2 against United. I'm not trying to depress you all, by the way, by saying this, but I'm saying we've suffered, man. We deserve Arsenal to go and win go and win the Champions League and the Premier League. No one can say we don't deserve it, man. Shaw on tour with the Big Ears trophy. Oh, my days. I mean, I don't know what it is. And you guys let me know what you think. But there's something about the Champions League that I love. I love the Champions League. I'm so desperate for Arsenal to win the Champions League. I love the Prem. Maybe I'm a little bit more laid back about the Prem because I've seen us win it. I am desperate for us to win it because I want Arteta to outdo Pep. But I love the Champions League. I just want a star above the badge. You know, I think they can't. That ammunition that Ops have got against Arsenal, it disappears. Yeah, you've never won the Champions League. Well, what now? Then you get the European Super Cup. Then you get the Club World Cup. So all of a sudden you can win Champions League, the Super Cup, then the Club World Cup. You know what I mean? There's so many things that come from it, and you just get bigger around the world. But it'll be tough. It will be tough. Big up X-Guard who said, love to Curtis from a Chelsea fan. Love watching the games with you. You keep it real. Big up, bro. Odin said, nowhere better to be while I'm recovering. Hey, get well soon, bro. Get well soon. Take your time, you know. We are miles better than PSG and Bayern at defending, says Kadir. Yeah, I'd say so. But their attack, especially PSG, is a lot better. Was the Nuno Mendes handball? Look, it looks like, is that Lamer? It looks like he handballed it before. Does he handball it first? Look, is this handball? Oh, maybe not. Looks like it's him kind of on the stomach. Should Nuno Mendes have been sent off for a second? Oh, mate, I don't know. Does it hit that Lamer's hand? Looks a bit like it does from that angle. Big up Adam Arsenal with the super sticker, bro. Appreciate that. Diresta 911. PSG are vulnerable with crosses and free kicks. Yeah. Arctic said, gonna give another £8 to you and the community, brother. Keep being real and hit the likes. Big up to you, Arctic. See, you never made comments, and then now you're just bang, bang, bang. That's how it goes, people. You know, big up to you, man. Unreasonable. If you're looking the best dishwashers, I'm telling you, we will have a dishwasher by next season. We will have one. Carl said Set Piece FC would be a cool shirt. Embrace it. Yeah, you're right. Embrace it, bro. Why should we not embrace it? If you're good at a part of the game, then it is part of the game. Tony Snooker fan says, I much respect to you, Curtis. Would you take McGinn? Well, you said Scott McGinn. That threw me. Yeah, John McGinn. I think he would be a good midfielder. John McGinn, I hope people don't think I'm being a snob. I just don't. I think we can get better. Also, I'm just looking. He's 31. John McGinn is fine at Aston Villa. Do you know what I mean? I don't want John McGinn. No disrespect to John McGinn. We haven't been through all this pain for us to be signing John McGinn. Do you know what I'm saying? And I don't mean that he is actually a decent player, but I want us to go to Real Madrid and grab a centre midfielder or somebody who's getting better as well. McGinn's 31, man. You know what I mean? He's and you even called him Scott McGinn, unless there's another McGinn that I don't know about. The Curtis was too courtesy. The C unit was too unity. The channel was too channely. The chat was too chatty. First time. Well, yeah, I know. I do. I owe a good member stream to the community. I definitely do. We'll get one done before the end of the season. Would you take Chouameni? I wouldn't personally, not because he's not good enough, but for me, Chouameni's a 6, and I just think Rice is top quality in the 6. So it's not the profile of midfielder that I think we need. I think we need somebody that can go forward and score goals and create chances. That's not me saying, by the way, that Lewis Skelly isn't good enough, but I think you can still bring another. I would get rid of Norgard in the summer. I just don't think there's any point in being at the club and then go and get a midfielder. The cost of living crisis not affecting UEFA. Yeah, when do they ever do anything? Oh, by the way, and I know I spoke about that yesterday, actually. I forgot. Do you know what? I'm going to mention this on tomorrow's show. Arsenal, last night, being linked with Marcus Rashford. I mean, I don't know how to feel about that because I'll be honest, and I don't hide it. I've always been a fan of Rashford. I just think he's a very talented footballer. But I don't know if I don't think he works with Arteta. I don't think. I mean, nah, I just don't think so. What Arteta wants from a winger, I don't think you're going to get that from Rashford, especially on the left-hand side. You've got to really put a shift in. Yeah, I think, listen, I'll be honest with you, a year ago, 18 months ago, I'd have probably taken him, especially if you could get him on loan. But at this stage, I think you've got to aim higher than that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'd have taken him over like a Noni instead. But on the left-hand side, we need to sign a left winger that is getting better and better and better. Would you keep Martinelli? Listen, I wouldn't have a problem if we sold both left wingers. However, you're just creating more work. So I think Martinelli is a good impact player. So I'd get rid of Trossard, buy a top quality left winger, and then keep Martinelli on the bench. But listen, if somebody came in and said, look, we'll give you 45. Oh, if someone offered 50 million for Martinelli, I'd get rid of him. Get rid of both of them in the same window. I'm not averse to not selling them. I'm just thinking, realistically, I think one of them would only be sold. But we'll see. Now, Rodrigo's out till Christmas with his ACL, so that deal ain't going to happen. We have more wins this season than Man United have games. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. They've played about 12 games this season. Sidorf, I watched PSG v Chelsea Club World Cup. The way to beat PSG is defensively be resolute and hit them on the counter-attack with balls in the channels to Gyökeres and Saka or set piece. I watched that game and Chelsea done a real number on them. They sat back, denied them space to run into. Caicedo was just rattling them in midfield, and then Palmer and João Pedro were just doing bits on the break. So that I think that's the blueprint. Don't worry. You know what? We'll do an announcement when the dishwasher is there, people. Do you know what I mean? We'll do one. Sell Martinelli, Jesus, Havertz, and keep Trossard. I wouldn't keep Trossard. He's got a year left on his deal in the summer. He's in his 30s. Trossard's 32 in December. No, I wouldn't. Because I'm not giving him a new deal, and I'd rather get some money for him, even if you got 20 million for him. I'd let Trossard go. I mean, listen, if Arsenal, and by the way, right, when you say that, it sounds crazy, but if Arsenal win the Champions League, that's the sort of level of player. George says Arsenal should get Vinicius. Now, I don't think we'd get Vinicius, right? Number one, I don't know if Real Madrid would sell him. Number two, his wages are crazy. But I want Arsenal to be at that level of player. If a huge player is on the market or it looks like he's unsettled, I want Arsenal. I don't want to see stories that Arsenal might go for Anthony Gordon. I don't want to see that. I want to see Arsenal going, hey, if Vinicius Junior is available, we'd take him. Now, some of you might think Vinny isn't the right profile for Arsenal, but I'm talking about that level of talent. I don't want Anthony Gordon. I want Vinicius. I want those sorts of level of players for us to be looking at. Do you know what I mean? But I don't think Vinny would come to Arsenal anyway. Barcola is an interesting one, you know. I'm a bit like 50-50. Like I watch him sometimes and I think, yo, he's electric, you know. I take him and then the next minute he's a bit. Anthony Gordon, by the looks of it, could be going Bayern Munich, which is interesting. Apparently, because obviously Leroy Sané left, Coman left, Gnabry's 30 now. They want a younger squad. They want younger wingers. Diaz is 29, I think. No, come on. I don't buy into this though. RW said Vinicius is crap. I think that's recency bias, man. Last season, people were saying, was it last season? People were saying Ballon d'Or winner, best player in the world. What scored in the Champions League final? I don't buy into Vinny. Vinny is a top player. He is an absolute top player. And I'll be honest, I'd take him, even if people think he's got a bad attitude. I think there's got to be a point where Arsenal fans step away from that, oh, he's got a bad attitude. Like, Nicolas Anelka apparently had a bad attitude. I know somebody that worked at Arsenal when Thierry Henry was there, and they said Thierry had a bad attitude. He was grumpy, he moaned, he fell out with players, he argued with coaches, but the guy was a superstar. We've got Trossard starting left wing. I can't. Saying we wouldn't take Vinicius Junior to me is insane. Oh, but the unity in the dressing room. Nah, man. Bond that unity, bro. Go and win trophies. Go and win trophies. And trust me, man, you can have players with a bad attitude. If you control them in the right way and things are going well, it works anyway. Do you know what I mean? There's loads of top players who had bad attitudes. So, but listen, we're not going to sign him anyway, so it's irrelevant. Anyway, second half back underway, people. Do you agree? Let me know. Are we really in a position at Arsenal with Trossard starting left wing where people would say no to Vinicius Junior? Listen, man. I would absolutely love that kind of signing. He'd be so exciting to watch. He's a 1v1 demon as well. You wait until we sign Garnacho from Chelsea or we get Rashford on loan or we pay 80 million for Anthony Gordon. Then come back to me and say, actually, I would have taken Leao or Vinicius Junior over these scrubs. Anyway, let's see. The Yock bullies Pacho and Marquinhos and Upamecano or Tar. I think he can. Yock Lesnar. Because of Madrid beef, we could get Vinny or Mbappe. Who knows? Listen, I don't think Mbappe's going anywhere. He's the Galactico, man. Brian Brooklyn in the building. He's gifted 5 memberships. Big up your damn self. Big up the new members. And Kim said, would you get Solskjaer as manager if we could get Haaland as well? Nah, man. I can't take Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at Arsenal. He's such a bad manager. Oh, I thought he was going to get away there. Listen, second half underway. Man, I'd rather watch Ndiaye and Trossard, Chelsea. A lot of people like Ndiaye. I saw the good and bad of him the other day. He gets in great positions. His finishing was terrible. He should have scored 2 or 3 goals against Man City. But you can tell he's talented. Yildiz is the one. I just think Yildiz suits Arteta. I think he suits Arteta's style of football and keeps the ball, works hard, versatile, young. I just think he is a better fit for how Arteta sort of likes to manage. 1.2k likes, really appreciate it. Can we get 2,000 likes? There's a PSG player down injured. Oi! Pacho got caught in the head there by Harry Kane. Send him off. I want red cards. I want somebody significant suspended for the final. Yeah, I actually, do you know what? Big up. This is what I like. When I was talking about Yildiz about a week ago, somebody messaged me and said, look, I'm a Juventus fan. Yildiz actually sort of plays in that little pocket. He's not sort of an out-and-out winger that hugs the touchline. He drifts into the 10 role a lot. So would that work? He did sign a new contract. However, I think we could get him. I think we could get him, man. I mean, look, Juventus are 4th. They're a point ahead. They might sneak into the Champions League, but I think what people have to understand, if we win the Premier League, which I very much hope we do, and it's in our hands, obviously depending as if we can get the Champions League or not. But I think what I'm trying to say is we can go to a whole nother level with the kind of players that we want to sign. But I think what we almost have to accept is if you want to go to that level, you're going to get some attitudes. A lot of the top players have got attitudes. They just have. It comes with the territory. Sam said, Curtis, what was your initial reaction when we lost 8-2 at Old Trafford? Do you know what? I watched that game in Manchester. I wasn't actually at the game. I went up there for some event or something, and I watched it in a bar. And like an idiot, I wore an Arsenal shirt. And there was a few Arsenal fans in there, and I walked out of that bar in silence. I couldn't believe what I was watching. It was just a joke of a... And then the next day, funnily enough, we signed Mikel Arteta. And trust me, that did not improve my mood. Because we just sold Cesc Fabregas to Barcelona. And I'm like, yo, we're signing Arteta from Everton. And Mertesacker. And I think we signed Park Chu-young and Yossi Benayoun. If I had a channel them days, I'd be banned off YouTube. There's no way the channel would exist. Wenger them times there was going absolutely crazy. He really was. And listen, maybe he was restricted by the lack of funds, but he was moving like a lunatic. Neuer does well to clear it. Honestly, Bayern Munich are so unconvincing in this game. They almost look a bit old, Bayern, in this game. They don't look very quick. Yossi Benayoun, you just had to be there. I mean, he wasn't actually terrible, but... Oh, dear. Brahim Diaz, nah, not for me. Not for me, people. Curtis got more views than Martin Saeed Combat. Hey, big up, man. Listen, big up to them two guys. Two guys that, you know, I got a lot of respect for. Our community is strong, people. We've built a great community here. There's a player down injured. I think that's Nuno Mendes. Alvarez and Leao would be... Oh, Pacho it is again. Oh, he took a hit to the face this time. Kane studded him on the head. Now he's got elbowed in the face. Alvarez and Leao would be amazing. There's now rumours saying you can get Leao for like as little as £50 million, which is mad. Alvarez has had 2 games against Arsenal that have probably made people look at him and go, are we paying 100 million for you? Like, I know Alvarez scored a penalty against us, but he basically didn't do anything for 2 games. Didn't do nothing. And the reality is, he's got less goals than Gyökeres. Julian Alvarez this season, 29 league games, 8 goals. 8 goals in La Liga at probably the third best team. 100 million. Oh, Elise does well. Doesn't get the shot off. Rolls it edge of the box. Kane inside the penalty area. Shots blocked. PSG have got him on lock, man. Got him on lock. Liao. Oh, okay, has it? I haven't heard about that. Big up D Masterism. Line up against PSG. Oh. Listen, do you know what? Yeah, I would play a similar team to what played yesterday. I put Nkapé in them. Nkapé's got to play in the final. Yeah, no, Chris, you are right. You are right. What I'm sort of saying is, if Arsenal signed Alvarez, you're not going to hear one complaint from me, by the way. You're not. He's still quality. I'd still take him. And he's very different to Gyökeres. So it'd be good to have 2 strikers that have a different sort of way of playing. You can have 2 strikers. What I mean is Alvarez £100 million plus striker? Is what I'm sort of saying. Is he worth that much money? But he is good. There's no doubt. He's different. He drops in. You could probably play him and Gyökeres together in a 2. Big up Arctic Foxy. He's gifted 5 memberships to the community. He's been silent for years. Now he's shouting from the rooftops. Big up your damn self. Lou said, get me João Pedro from Chelsea. He is a good player, João Pedro. Alvarez went 3 months without a goal. He's sort of turned into this false 9, hasn't he? Free kick to Bayern Munich. Harry Kane, who's done nothing in this game so far. It's an arm to the face from Marquinhos there. Kroupier's the better deal. He's got 12 goals for Bournemouth. Gyökeres has 15. That Kroupier, man, I think someone's going to buy him this summer. Very exciting player. 19 years of age. French player, under 21s. A lot of ability. 12 goals in 30 games. Not even starts. Not even 30 starts either. Anyway, Kimmich to whip this in. Plays out wide. Diaz. Edge of the box shot. Terrible shot. Pavlovic puts it high and wide. João Pedro, yeah, we could have looked at him when he was at Brighton, but we needed the goal scorer in Gyökeres. Pedro isn't that prolific, really, but he's very talented. His link-up play is good. Wasim said, who's your Prem player and manager of the season? I think so far, manager of the season for me is Keith Andrews. Keith Andrews, is it Andrews or Andrew? Keith Andrews at Brentford. Because to lose your striker and your star player, not really recruit anyone, and be in a Conference League place, and Thiago is the second top goal scorer in the Prem, I think that's an unbelievable job. With no management experience, he was the set-piece coach. It's the equivalent of Yeovil being the manager. So I think Keith Andrews deserves huge credit. Also, Areola at Bournemouth. He lost Kirkez, Kepa, Semenyo. He lost the guy who went to PSG who's on the bench. What's his name? Zabanyi. He's done a great job. Bournemouth, smallest stadium in the league. They play good football. And obviously Arteta if he wins the league. They're the 3 for me. I think they're the 3 managers. Player of the season. Always a chance. Doué, right-hand side. Look at Harry Kane's recovery run. Oh, he shot straight at Neuer. Palms it out. Player of the season's tough, man. I reckon Rice has been great for us. Bruno Fernandes put up great numbers. Haaland, top goal scorer. It's difficult. Player of the season is not like... There's not one player who's just... Usually you go, yeah, it's him by miles. This year I'm a bit like, I don't know. I think it depends. If we win the league, Declan Rice will win it. Kvara, unbelievable skill, saved by Neuer. He is absolutely toying with Upamecano. It's crazy. Real, yeah, you don't often see goalkeepers really win Player of the Season, do you? I think Rice will get it if we win the league. He'll win PFA Player of the Year. Elise up against Nuno Mendes, rolls it into Kane. Great defending by Pacho. Goalkeeper comes out and collects it. Kosho said, you think anyone has a breakout performance at the World Cup? There's always one, isn't there? A young player that will get a call up and go crazy. I can't really, I'm thinking France, but all the French players, we know them. You might get a player that surprises us. I wonder if England will pick somebody that we don't expect. He does pick Noni in the squad. Whether he'll make the World Cup, I don't know. Bayern Munich on the attack. Big up Ricky, Big C. If we go into the final as Premier League champions, it will give belief and adrenaline and less pressure. 100%. Great defending, Zaire Emery. Blocks off Diaz, goes out for a goal kick. But one game at a time, let's handle West Ham. Things are in we're very excited at the moment, Arsenal fans, because let's be real. I'm not saying we will. I'm saying we should win the Prem. We should win the Prem. Not saying we will. Just saying we should. If we win the Prem and go into a Champions League final, you're just going to feel like, just go for it, lads. You're already Premier League champions. We're definitely having a parade. But on the flip side, West Ham away is not. I mean, Cecil just asked me, what do you think the score will be? I said 2-0. I think we'll beat West Ham. But they're going to have a go at us. Because if West Ham lose to us and Tottenham beat Everton, they're probably relegated. So they're going to be fighting for their lives. I just think they're lacking quality. And I think we'll beat them. And we're on such a high from the Champions League win. On behalf of the community, Kadir said, I'm sure they don't mind. You're the best creator, authentic, without the gimmicks. No wonder why you do triple the views of such big accounts. Listen, man, it's all down to you guys, man. Big up yourself, man. Legendary. You're always tuned in. The numbers are great. The interaction's great. We don't even hardly ever have to delete comments or ban anyone. Even when we're arguing, debating, it's always respectful. And that's what you want from a community, you know. And the great thing is, there's people in the community that have actually connected, you know, because of music or basketball or football. And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, people. Ramnito said, what do you think about Mexico football-wise? They always seem to be difficult to play against. Chicharito and that, you know, they've had good players. Is Raul Jimenez Mexican? They're always difficult in tournaments and huge support as well, especially being one of the host nations. There's news on the predicted date of the parade, 31st of May. Yeah, no, I think that's what it's going to be. 31st of May. Good play by Musiala. João Neves does well. The day after the Champions League final is when Arsenal apparently are going to hold the parade. If we win the Prem or the Champions League or both. Obviously, if we win none, there'll be no parade. A lot of people are complaining because they're saying, look, they're flying back from Budapest on Sunday after the final. They might not get back in time for the parade. Apparently, the council and the police and that sort of have a big say in when you can do parades, and Sunday they feel is the best day to do it. So we'll see. Can the Saudis give us 400 million for Jesus and Odegaard? It's crazy, isn't it? You've got all this money in Saudi. Jambo, you're not blocked, bro. You got all this money in Saudi, and yet we haven't sold one player to Saudi yet. Everyone sold players and had big offers from Saudi. We haven't sold one player. Can't we sell like Trossard to Saudi for 40 million? Sell Havertz for 70 million. They're like, bro, we're rich. We're not stupid. We ain't signing them, man. But yeah, man, where's this? We need some. Apparently, Saudi, they want to sign 50 players this summer. Surely they'll take one Arsenal player. Pavlovic, terrible. No, is that Pavlovic? That technique was absolutely dreadful. Might be Stanisic. I'm telling you now, this Bayern Munich team are not as good as people thought. They're not. PSG are crazy. They got them on toast. If we don't get a trophy this season, he's got to go. No, he has to. Has to. But hopefully we win a trophy. Not worried about PSG. We can beat them, says Rambi. Random Clips told you this Harry Kane guy ghosts in finals. But that's the thing with him, isn't it? When people start going crazy about him, oh, he's one of the best strikers England have ever had. Well, he ain't the best because he don't turn up when it really matters. Oh, Doué's just nutmegged him. Referee says play on them. Oh, another nutmeg. Oh, and he's fell over. Oh, my days, these men are getting embarrassed. Zaire Emery. No. PSG, I can't lie, PSG are a wavy team, man. They're just a... Is that... Are they bringing on Nicholas Jackson? Or is that something? No, I think it might be... Is that Davis? 2 nutmegs. Breaking the bank ain't going to get us Kvara, bro. I think he's very happy there. One area of PSG. Would you take Arsenal being trophyless this season if it meant Luis Enrique? Oh, you're offering me the treble. I'm going with the power of now, people. Mikel, lead us to victory. I can't wait another 12 months, man. I need a trophy this season. I'm sorry. I need it. Big up Real Josh. Big up from NG7. Would you put an offer in for Doué? I just don't think you can get those players out of here. PSG, they haven't been cherry-picked once, really, apart from, Doué, good little 1-2. Neymar. Mbappe obviously was different. They let his contract run out. We haven't seen like Real Madrid or Barca or an English club go, yo, we're going to go and cherry pick one of PSG's best players. They get paid big wages. They win the league. They're now winning Champions Leagues. They got one of the best managers in the world. They play entertaining football. They got a fanatical fan base. The only way you might get a player from them is if they think, you know what, the French league's not good enough and I want to play in the Prem. But none of them seem desperate to leave. Oh, great footwork by Doué. He's done 2 of them there. Still Doué. Jonathan Tah comes across. Doué! What a save by Neuer. Nah. Their front 3 is a cheat code, honestly, man. It's an absolute cheat code. Doué is a baller, man. You got Doué, Dembele, Kvara. And then Barcola's coming on with like 94 pace. Dembele, look, they're just bringing off Dembele. Ballon d'Or winners coming off. He's had a very quiet game, Dembele. He actually got a bit lucky with that finish. He hit it close to the goalkeeper, but yeah. Dembele off, Barcola on. You know when you've got 26 minutes to go and you go, right, let me just take off the Ballon d'Or winner. Probably not fully fit. Curtis built the K unit, shared the love of Almunia. Ion, you're pushing your luck, bro, honestly. Nearly a 3-minute timeout. Oh, guys. Big up Arctic Foxy, man. Oh, guys. Champions League final, guys. Law said, do you think Gyökeres played better than Havertz? Both missed big chances. Havertz got a goal. The result changes everything. It does. It does. That's the way football is. Also, you look at the 2 chances that Havertz had. I think Gyökeres scores that one-on-one. You know what I mean? He had easier chances than the Gyökeres one. Even though I'm a Gyökeres fan, I didn't defend that miss. He's got to hit the target. Barcola on the right, Doué up front, Kvara on the left. Arctic been having a few pints. Sorry, chat. Listen, man. No apologies needed, man. Ryan said, Curtis, have you seen Ronaldinho's son play football? Arsenal should sign him. No, I haven't seen him. They're in behind here. Nuno Mendes. Oh, good defending. Upamecano recovered there. This second half's actually been boring. I can't even lie. But that's not handsome. Mikel Arteta, man. Darren Farley, the video was legendary today. If you didn't watch the 1:30 stream today. So he said best we go for Barcola, sell Trossard. I think Barcola is gettable in the summer. He's too good to just be on the bench. 1-0, you know. I predicted 2-1 to PSG. Here come Bayern Munich. Diaz, left-hand side. Up against Zaire Emery. Cuts inside again. It's good defending by PSG. Diaz, he can't even get the shot off. Brick wall in front of him. They've still got possession. Edge of the box. There's 24 minutes to go, right? I'm now looking at it going, Bayern don't look like they're going to win. Overhit cross, goal kick to PSG. All I'm looking for now, people, is Kvara and Nuno Mendes to get sent off. They're both on yellow cards. Let's get them out of that final. Double change for Bayern. Stanisic and Jonathan Tah off. Alphonso Davies and Kim Min-jae are on. Elton said, guys, we have to be real. To win the Premier League, we need wins against West Ham, Burnley and Palace. Not Liverpool, United, City. It has to go if we don't win the Prem. Yeah, if you can't win the Prem, you've got West Ham who are they third? Third from bottom. You've got Burnley who are second from bottom. And you've got Palace who are like 15th with nothing to play for in the league. Kimmich is absolutely dreadful, so overrated. I wonder sometimes with these players, do they get... I mean, Kimmich has had a good career, but I don't know. Has he ever been like... He was a right-back, wasn't he? Converted to a midfielder. He's good, but... Diaz up against Marquinhos. Cuts inside. Great defending. Zaire Emery again. Kimmich has been good. I think he's past his best. Shot! Oh, saved! Good save by the PSG goalkeeper. Maybe he should have stayed at right back. Diaz had a good game, to be fair. Diaz had a good game. 18th, 19th and 15th. You can't win a league with that. I'm hoping that Bayern Munich sign Havertz as backup for Harry Kane, because they've already said they're not signing Nicholas Jackson. I think what I meant anyway was that I don't think Kimmich is that great now. He has been quality, though. They tried Lom too, yeah. Man said Kimmich is overrated, but he is past his best, though. I'd say you're right. Yeah, listen, not overrated, but he has been solid since he's gone into midfield, but I don't think he's that good now. You get energy around him. I love the PSG midfield, honestly. Vitinha, João Neves, Fabian Ruiz. Here's Elise, chance. Good save by the goalkeeper. Deflection, but ended up going straight at him. Goretzka on the bench. We better not sign him in the summer. Yeah, people say Zaire Emery and Waneri look like brothers. Kimmich is absolutely dreadful, Peru Nelly. Don't rate him. Like I said, past his best. Do you think we beat PSG? I think we can, but it'll be difficult. I think Bayern would have been easier, as I said. I've been saying for a while. PSG are the best team in Europe. And they might have... They've got top 2 manager in world football at the moment, Enrique and Pep. So they play with so much freedom. You think about the Filthy Fellas pod in the game, would you ever consider? I mean, listen, I don't really watch it no more, I'll be honest. Oi, man, look at that skill, bro. Doué's going crazy. He loses the ball in the end, though. I think he megged him. Pacho clears it on the halfway line. Yeah, Lise's doing that nonchalant thing, man, the Palace thing. It hasn't really worked tonight. He hasn't really gone at Nuno Mendes. Obviously, look at this from Doué. Oh, man. Diaz didn't read it. He's, what he's done, when you cut inside a defender, you're kind of letting him off with putting in a challenge, because he's just going to drift inside with you and let you shoot. If you run at him, you've got a chance of getting him booked, because he's going to have to make the challenge, but he hasn't ran at him. Yeah, so Saka sort of said, you know who we want, or giving away, which made everyone think he wants PSG for revenge. Good touch by Kvara, goes past two. Here's a chance. Oi! Side netting, Barcola. No, it was Doué, sorry. Side netting. Win the Prem, or we can't go outside come summer. Hey, I'll have a summer indoors, man. Don't worry about it. Get me what I need. We'll stream all summer. World Cup. I go on holiday after the summer. No problem. We'll have a summer indoors. Arctic, big up, man. He's back with another 5 memberships. You legend. Big up to the new members. Over 5,150 of you in the chat. Harry Kane rolls it out wide. Elise, corner of the penalty area. Blocked cross. Elise has not been great tonight, man. He has not been great. Yeah, I'll start gaming, man. We'll play FIFA. We'll watch the World Cup. I am planning on doing a lot of content this summer with the World Cup. Do you know, like, even if we win the Prem, or obviously if we win the Champs, the World Cup's going to be even more exciting because it's just like, oh my days, I've seen an amazing Arsenal season. I'm just going to enjoy the World Cup. And I don't get too stressed about the World Cup either. Like, you know, I'm not like, oh, I don't go mad for England. Like, I want England to do well, but I'm nowhere near the same way I am with Arsenal. I actually, I'll enjoy a lot of games. Like Messi and Ronaldo, it'll be their last World Cup. I love watching France play. So I can just enjoy the World Cup. What are the keys to Arsenal beating PSG? Big up Jersey Mark. C Unit. Yeah, man's got C Unit in his name. You legend. Listen, somebody said it earlier in the chat. I did bring the comment up, so my apologies that I forgot the name. But there we go. Elise has ran at Mendes. Great ball. Goes out for a corner. Good defending by Pacho. Pacho at the near post. Damn, back to yawn. It has been a boring second half. I think you've got to defend deep, cut off the space for them to run into and hit them on the break. And you've got to get amongst them in midfield as well. Rice would have to be, be aggressive against their midfield. And then you've got to hit them on the break because they push Mendes and Hakimi very high when they play. So you can hit them on the break. But you can't give them space to run into because they're so good in transition. Pacho clears again. Big up William. Book tickets to London. Betting the parade would be Monday after Palace didn't realise they might wait for the Champions League. Yeah, looks like it's going to be Sunday. Hopefully you can get into London by the Sunday. Tony said, watch Arteta start Mourinho, Rice and Zubi in the final. That'd be so annoying if he did that, man. Hey, Barcola there, man. He had 3 on him. He done the first 2 and then Davis clears it. Bayern have been awful. Telling you, I saw this with Bayern. People were getting hyped. Yo, Bayern are the best team in Europe. Nah, they're not. They're not. They would have gone out to Real Madrid if Camavinga never got sent off. That Bundesliga, it's so easy for them that they can't live with the pace of PSG. They struggled with the pace of Real. But like I said, Real let themselves down at the end. Second half hasn't been good at all. Pacho's been absolutely unreal in the second half. Here's Doué, right-hand side. Rolls it into Kvara, edge of the box. Great first touch. Oh, his shot's blocked. Comes back out to Doué. Good footwork. Left foot shot. Oh, he just wide by Doué. Doué! Big C, we'll be doing a live stream from the parade if we win both. A great opportunity to assemble. I'll try and do something. I remember when I went to the protest years ago. I live streamed it. I watched it back. The signal was sort of cutting out a little bit. But yeah, I think I will because a lot of people around the world that won't be able to make the parade. It would be nice to show you some live footage. So yeah, we'll definitely try and do that. Doué is coming off. He's had a very good game. Great skill, man. He's a quality player, he is. Fabian Ruiz is off as well. Just come back from injury. I think that's Lucas Hernandez who has come on, and Lucas Beraldo has come on. 5.2k in the building. Big up yourselves. The support is incredible. Who's better, Due or Madueke? Mate, you're probably better than Madueke. You know what I mean? Big up Makuzi. Remember that rainy stream? Yeah, we've had a lot, man. How come you stopped playing football? It's just sort of a combination of started streaming. Cruz was obviously playing like at academy level, and for anybody who's ever been in an academy or had children or siblings in an academy, it's almost like a full-time job in itself. So it made sense to stop playing and concentrate on, at the end of the day, you've got to think about what you're going to do long term. You can stream for a long time. A football career, you're lucky if you can play into your mid-30s at a very good level. So it made sense to concentrate on a second sort of career, if you like. So yeah, man. Kane in the penalty area. Kane's done absolutely nothing in this game. Got bodied. I've seen people saying he's the best in the world and everything. Yeah, yes, big up, man. Crew. Yeah, he's back playing, which is a blessing, man. Appreciate you asking. Elise, yeah, Elise, do us one favour, man. Get Mendes sent off. And get Kvara sent off as well. Diaz. Little 1-2. Diaz brought down edge of the box. Ref gives the free kick the other way. He's dived. He's given him a yellow card for diving. Wow. PSG, man, they've defended so good, man. So Cruz, and then my other son's Tayshawn, and then Rico's my nephew. Kane's lack of ability really hurts him in games like this. Lack of ability? Lack of pace, I would have thought, really, more. He's definitely got bags of ability, but he can't run. They brought on Nicholas Jackson for Musiala. Qatar spending big. Well, it's worked. Doué is a poor man's Abue. I don't know about that one. Abue is a right back. I think Doué is a baller. Big C, Mbappe to the carpet. Thoughts? Oh, Kvara! Oh, it's saved. Goes out for a corner. Mbappe to the Emirates. I mean, bro, I'd give up about 12 players in the training ground and win the dog for Mbappe. I'd have a bronze team on FIFA with Mbappe up front. How did Kvara not score? He mishits it. Probably should have scored there. So basically, Mbappe's being criticised because he's injured and he's gone on holiday with his girlfriend and been pictured abroad. Real Madrid fans are fuming because they're saying you didn't make the cup final of the Copa del Rey. You're not going to win La Liga 2 years in a row. And you're out the Champions League and Mbappe's chilling with his girlfriend. So he's being criticised for lack of commitment. So, and Madrid, they're an emotional club, man. They don't accept not winning. Ball whipped in, PSG, back post. Kvara will keep it in. I don't think there's any way Mbappe leaves Real Madrid, and I certainly don't think we'd be signing him. He'd cost, what did he sign? A 5-year deal? I think he'd cost 200 million. Also, ain't he on like 700 grand a week? It's just not going to happen. Arteta wouldn't be able to manage him. Aubameyang better than Kane, says Random Clips. Aubameyang was criminally underrated. Now, I agree with the last part of what you said there. Aubameyang is so underrated, it's unbelievable because of how he left the club. He was a big game player. Do you know what I mean? Look at Harry Kane again. 2 Euros finals, he's done absolutely nothing for England. Carabao Cup final for Tottenham, did nothing. FA Cup semi-final, did nothing. Now in a Champions League semi-final at home, he's been bodied by Pacho. Done nothing against him. He is not a big game player, Harry Kane. I'm sorry. People's got to start having that conversation. In the biggest games of Harry Kane's career, he's gone missing. I haven't once seen him at mad crunch time be the man. Yeah, he'll score about 70 goals probably in the calendar year. I think he's already got like 55 goals. Davis goes down, wins a free kick. Bayern Munich have been dreadful, which is why, honestly, I knew it. Said the whole time, I want Bayern over PSG. They are not as good as them. They don't have the pace. Speed destroys defenders, man. I don't even think Aubameyang was selfish, you know. Somebody just said he's selfish. I just think he was a very laid-back character. You know, there are a lot of people that are naturally very relaxed. Like, I'd say I'm relaxed. You know, I turn up late for streams when I've only got to walk the stairs, and yet I'm turning up late. I don't think Aubameyang is selfish. I just don't think he should have been the captain. Because to be a captain, you've got to lead people. I just think he was a free spirit. Do you know what I mean? Which obviously led to disciplinary problems at times. I don't think Aubameyang was better than Kane necessarily, but he won a golden boot in the Prem and he won one in Germany. And he wasn't playing for the best teams in either of those countries. You know, he was at Dortmund outscoring Lewandowski at Bayern. Yeah, I'm going to talk more about that tomorrow on the stream. Big up to you, Josh. Basically, Fabrizio Romano tweeted before the game that Arsenal are in official talks with Arteta about a new contract, which I think we all knew was going to happen. They've obviously looked at it today and gone, look, we're in a Champions League final. We're in a great mood. Drop the news right now. Could be a chance here for PSG. Nuno Mendes shoots wide. Why couldn't he dive and get a booking? So, yeah, we'll talk about that in more detail tomorrow. But Arteta's going to sign a new deal, apparently, as well. And I said this many times. They were going to give him a new contract, whether he won trophies or not. The news also came out today that Arsenal have made more money than any Premier League club in the last season. £120 million profit in the Champions League. So them owners will be going, what, 120 mil profit? Yep, give him a new deal. Do you know what I mean? Would you swap Rice and Saliba for Mbappe? It's too much to replace them two. That's the problem. I mean, the attacking side of me says, boy, Mbappe 14 at Arsenal would be unbelievable. But honestly, Rice and Saliba, they're up there as our best player. Look at Kane. He's got no pace. No, man, Kane's looking... Look at Kane diving for a free kick. Get up, man. Humpty Dumpty, look, begging free kicks. Yes, ref, I love that. Humpty Dumpty, get up, man. He's always done this, Harry Kane. He's a cheat. Hey! He can't understand you, mate. I don't know what language you're speaking. Dribble. You're speaking dribble, mate. Harry Kane, old Humpty Dumpty, diving for a free kick. He's been doing that since Tottenham. 54 pace on FIFA. Leonard Cole coming on, baller. Harold trying to cheat his way to a free kick because he knew he had no pace. Harold! He said, hold on. In the Bundesliga, I get away from defenders when I do this. How come it ain't working against PSG? You're cooked, bro. You've had a stinker again. Let me tweet it out as well so people understand. Kane missing in a massive game again. Mayulu comes on. Nuno Mendes is off, people. Man said he's playing in clogs. Oh, my day. Yo, Harold's had a stinker. Absolutely. He knew he couldn't get away and just dived. And the ref said, will you get up, mate? You're embarrassing yourself. Oh, dear. The Bundesliga. It ain't the Champions League, Harold. 1-0. I really didn't expect 1-0. I thought both teams would definitely score. Marquinhos fouls Diaz. Book him. Come on. Get somebody sent off. Marquinhos and Kvara both on yellow cards. Nuno Mendes has come off. Thoughts on our tifo? It was all right. It was all right. I liked it. I liked the thought of it, and it was massive. And listen, the whole atmosphere looked good. Fireworks, all of it. The lights. Even before Arsenal, Oba was a gunman, pure striker. Carried us to a cup, outscored Kane in the Prem, could dribble through defences. Don't let the Kane hype fool you. I'd pick him in a final, definitely. Kane goes missing in big games, man. Davis, has he still got the speed? He did look quick, but Zaire Emery's actually had a very good game. He got twisted up in the first 5 minutes. After that, he's been solid. Yeah, Henry, his final record's not good. What is it, 2 in 9 he's got? But Kane is next level goes missing, bro. The last Euros final, Kane didn't even have a shot on target against Spain. I don't think he had a shot on target against Italy either. He completely disappears. Yeah, I thought the other Tifo was better, the one with all the players on before the other game, than yesterday's one. Obviously, yesterday's one was more history-driven because it was the cannon and the boat and all that sort of stuff. But I like the one before with the players' faces. What a touch by Diaz. Come on, get Marquinhos sent off. Diaz, edge of the box, should be a goal. It's blocked. Again, another block. And they're appealing for handball. They've been begging this referee for a penalty all game, haven't they? I don't think it's going to be given either. They've defended so well. I show speeds in Dominican Republic. Do you know what, man? I actually think his tours are very good. I think they're really... Oh, what? He's got 1.8 million people watching live. Speed. Why has he got that many? Does he? He don't usually have as many as that, does he? That's crazy. He's got 1. I have never seen. He's got 1.8 million people watching live. He was at 2 million. There's loads of people in the chat saying 2 million. That is unbelievable. Wow. People saying they're bots though. Look, there's loads of people in the chat just like putting one letter and I don't know. But that's crazy. Listen, he's got the game on lock, man. He's got what he's doing. Nobody can chat to him. Imagine just going, you know what? Oh, here's a chance. Oh, Balcola heavy touch. Imagine just saying, yo, I'm going to go around the world. I'm going to eat food in restaurants. I'm going to go swimming. I'm going to hire out mansions. I got my security. I'm going on jet skis. And I've got 1.8 million people watching me, man. Come on. I respect it. I respect it, man. I really do. I think what he's doing is incredible. At a young age as well. It shows the power of like YouTube and stuff. It's crazy. And I'm glad he's gone to the Caribbean as well. I'm glad he's gone to the Caribbean because I thought he was going to sort of ignore it. He's been to Africa, he's been to Asia, he's been to Europe, been to South America. But yeah, man, it's powerful. I think he's going Jamaica in a few days. He's making his way up. So I think he'll be in Jamaica in a few days, which will be epic. Speed is Speed's probably getting more money than footballers, bro. Premier League ballers. Especially when he's on tour and he's streaming every day. Yeah, I can't listen, I don't understand how Chelsea are asking for 70 million for Nicholas Jackson. I'd be going to Bayern Munich saying, how much have you got? 12 million? Yeah, we'll take, not 12 million, but I wouldn't be arguing saying, no, we'll take him back. He's rubbish. What? Chelsea have already got Delap, who's rubbish as well. They need to get rid of him. What are people saying that? I've never heard that. Man are saying Illuminati, I show speed. Listen, I don't know about that, man. I ain't really see. Somebody said that the other day in the comments as well, but I don't know. Carl said, will you dress up as Gunnosaurus if we win the Champions League? Probably not, mate. You know what I mean? I'll be honest with you. Random clip said even... Oh, no, I read that one. We're in the 90th minute. We're in the 90th minute, people. This second half's actually been boring. But PSG have done... This is why they're so dangerous, because not only can they blitz you with goals, Diaz does well. They've proved that they can defend. 2 clean sheets against Liverpool. Clean sheet away in the Allianz. It's It's mad. Rumour has it Palace will earn between 7 and 10 million. 7.5 and 10 million on Eze if Arsenal win the Prem. Well, they put big bonuses like this in deals, don't they? Which you don't always expect them to reach. But yeah, if we win the Prem or the Champions League, I'm sure maybe Declan Rice would have one. Maybe Nkapie will have one. A lot of these players will have them bonuses. Now, Kvara meant, sorry, Miss Jackson. Yeah, sorry, Nicholas Jackson. You know what I mean? Big C will Kvara. Nah, unless Kvara gets a second yellow now. The speed discussion is interesting. It's mixed in the comments. So I said, speed disappears today. The world would forget about him by tomorrow. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know the impact that he's had. You know what I mean? I don't really watch him like that, but his streams are good. But I don't. Has he had a long-lasting impact on people? I don't know. I don't know. How much trouble do you think Chelsea will be in terms? I think Chelsea are in big trouble. I think Chelsea could be in more trouble than even Tottenham, honestly. As long as Tottenham don't get relegated, they are in big trouble. They're going to be in debt. Their owners are probably going to have to sell or get more or invest more. I think they're a complete mess. Oh, that Lennart Cole is so sharp. Good tackle, though. They are a complete mess of a football club, Chelsea. They don't have a manager. They don't have a direction. I think some of their better players will leave or want to leave. Look at these PSG players going mad. Kvara. They're all running on the pitch, shouting at him, hyped up. Listen, company, man, there's levels, bro. You know what I mean? Luis Enrique is a serious manager. Yeah, we better not buy another Chelsea player, that's for sure. I don't want no more Chelsea players. If we win the league, Chelsea will be the new banter club, yeah? A minute left, minute and a half, sorry. Yeah, like PSG, I don't think they've strolled like in the league this year. League, oh, they're 6 points clear now. They've lost 5 and drawn 4 this year. I think a thing with PSG, a lot of the time, when they play a Champions League game, they rotate at the weekend. And then they've probably lost games. Here's Kane. Oh, he scored. Too little, too late, fella. If they ever equalise in this last minute, that's a great finish, by the way, from Harold. I've just tweeted saying he goes missing in big games, but listen, if they get knocked out, it's irrelevant. That is a great finish. Is he onside? Yeah, he's on. Left back's playing him on. Left foot, roof of the net. 1 minute to go, people. 1 minute to go. Is it too little, too late? I don't think they'll have enough time. PSG got to do up FIFA settings now. You know when you're in like the 91st minute and they equalise, you just got to pass it round the defence. It's a good finish. Pacho wasn't close enough to him. PSG player. Oh, look, the nerves kicked in there. You see Dembele's face. He was like, oh, could be a long 1 minute. Well, they'll add it on because of the celebration. I bet they'll go to like the 96th minute now. Here we go. Bayern throwing in their own half. This could be their last chance. This could be their last chance. Neuer clips it out wide. Alphonso Davies, he needs to get the ball forward. We're in the 95th, but I reckon they'll add another minute on for the goal. Pavlovic is still passing it around at the back. They've got Jackson and Kane up front now. Will they equalise? Luis Enrique looks a bit nervous now. Oh, Lise doesn't get hold of it. He hasn't had a great game. Throw into PSG. That might be that. I just don't think Elise's been direct enough with Mendes. I know Mendes has come off, but him being on a booking in the first 10 minutes, he hasn't ran at him. He keeps drifting inside, and then Mendes doesn't have to make a tackle. PSG used the first 5 minutes to stun you with a goal. They scored early against us, didn't they, in the Emirates? Big up El Gato. Mills, big up member for 16 months. What are our chances against this super team? Fine margins, defense, attack. Also, how are we doing? 5K on a random stream. Big up the C unit. 6K now, by the way. Big up the community. They're beatable, man. PSG are very, very good, but they're beatable. Your tactics have to be right. You've got to defend well. And like you said, you can't concede an early goal. You've got to frustrate them. We conceded early last year. African Giant said death row contracts. It'll be magic for players to leave without receiving club paying a premium. Well, that's the thing. These guys signing 7, 8-year contracts. Bayern Munich, this could be their last chance. Kane, his cross is blocked. They still retain possession. Full-time whistle goes. Bayern Munich are out. PSG have drawn 1-1. And it will be Arsenal against PSG in the Champions League final in Budapest. A repeat of the Champions League semi-final last year. PSG will be trying to retain the Champions League. What a game that is going to be. I had a feeling they'd be too strong for Bayern. Bayern didn't look great tonight. What a job Luis Enrique has done. Back-to-back Champions League finals for a team that had never won it in their history. To win it, we're going to have to beat the best. Rocky Balboa, you're going to have to beat Ivan Drago. You're going to have to beat the best. So it is what it is. We've probably got the toughest opponent, but let's embrace it. We knew we were going to get a hard game, and it is hard. PSG are going to be in the final. So what a watch-along. Why they celebrated? Yeah, I saw Arsenal getting hammered for that. Harry Kane, allergic to trophies, people. Yeah, you win the Bundesliga, but Champions League, not for you, fella. Rocky 2 versus Apollo, you're saying? Yeah, okay, yeah, because, yeah, the comeback people. Listen, I'm going to round up, people. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's been a fantastic stream. Harry Kane in pain. I shouldn't, but I do find that quite funny. So, yeah, Arsenal versus PSG Champions League final. Be a very difficult game, but it is what it is. Tyson Trading said that game was trash. I bet they're not calling it out. Yeah, it was nowhere near as good as the first game. But, people, I'll be back tomorrow. We'll discuss all the latest news, people. Arteta set to be offered a new deal, and we'll look ahead to the Champions League final. Big up, hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you